Welcome back here to League Unlock. Eric and Mark joining you guys today, looking ahead to the Gauntlet in North America. And a lot of people were hoping for the strength of North America at Worlds for C9 to win the finals, just so they could book their ticket, and Liquid already going. Not the case. Liquid stomps them. Liquid goes as the top seed. 100 Thieves secure that second seed, and we're left with TSM and C9 in the Gauntlet here for North America. And one of those teams is not going, maybe both of them are not going to Worlds for the first time in their existence. 7 in a row for TSM, 5 in a row for C9.
I'll tell you what those finals taught me here. Is it taught me that Team Liquid is not American, because if they were American, they would have taken one for everybody here, taken the bullet, and let Cloud9 win the finals.
But they have Team USA jerseys.
To help us send the best teams here to Worlds from North America. But that doesn't seem to be the case. We've got TL going anyways, and they look pretty good. 100 Thieves, that's a different story. But we're heading into the battle for third seed here to get into Worlds, and we started off with Echo Fox and Clutch Gaming there. Not exactly the best matchup that you want. There have been times where, Echo Fox has given you a reason to be excited about them, but they haven't really been able to find a way to put it all together recently enough. And then, of course, Clutch Gaming had that great spring split where they were able to edge out TSM in that quarterfinals, of course, and Febivin was popping off, and everything was working out for them. But we didn't see that at all pretty much in the summer split. Things kind of came to a crashing halt there with that roster, and I don't think that that's exactly who you would hope and expect to make it out of this gauntlet run in North America.
But if Clutch performs the miracle run through, then there is a chance. There's a chance that we see Piglet back at Worlds. He could sub in for Clutch Academy, and wouldn't you want to see Piglet? Piglet, Faker, and Impact?
But the question is there. Wow. That's also assuming that Faker's going to make it there. So.
If Piglet goes, then Faker's got to go.
If Clutch Gaming can make it, SKT can make it. We'll leave it at that.
That's fair.
But after this opening round, where I'm expecting Echo Fox to get through against Clutch Gaming,
definitely,
whoever it is that's making it through is going to go up against Team Solo Mid, where I think is certainly a step up in the competition that you're going to be having in this gauntlet run, given what we've seen from them. Yes, there are still some certain strong weaknesses in the performance of TSM and how they're able to play in the map, and seeing that in some of these games against 100 Thieves, some of the disorganization that this roster has at key moments is not a good sign. But there certainly is enough organization and get together here with some of these members, and enough solo carry performances from players like Bjergsen that I think there's a reason to believe in Team Solo Mid moving on to face Cloud9 in those finals for the Gauntlet.
And with the mental issues that this team has clearly had throughout all of 2018, it is a positive for them that they're going in with a little bit of momentum heading into here, heading into the Gauntlet run with that third place win over 100 Thieves. It saved them one best of against Clutch, which, if you're TSM, might actually be scary. But so they have what should be a good mental game coming into this. And I still think they're favorites to at least get to the finals of this Gauntlet run, because we've still seen small glimpses of what people expected this team to be, but we still haven't seen by any means the full stretch of it.
No, and I think that when you're talking about the positives that you can take from them beating 100 Thieves in that third place match, it is the fact that they were able to get that victory in that Game 5 that they needed to get here after losing to Cloud9 in a Game 5. I'm not saying that loss to Cloud9 would shake any of the mentalities on TSM, but this is a roster and organization that has been known to come through in the clutch, in those moments, in those games that they're able to get into those type of situations, and to lose against an opponent that you have been able to dominate in those situations before certainly can provide a type of mental hurdle to get over. So to get that victory again in a type of tense situation in a Game 5 is a good sign for Team Solo Mid heading into a possible rematch against Cloud9.
And you've seen in TSM Legends episodes that Reggie is officially part of the team again and talking strategy.
No more
between.
Fortnite.
The belt is out, so that's always a buff for TSM when it comes to playoffs, even though most fans hate that he tinkers with the team. But usually it ends up with some positive results for TSM. Cloud9, the hype reached critical mass with the Swole Bros coming into the finals, the massive turnaround for them, and boy did the hype drop off pretty darn quickly. Some poor drafting, completely outplayed in these late game team fights. Twitch in back-to-back games, it clearly didn't work in those. TL just completely outplayed.
Right, and the weird thing about the Twitch pick for me was one that I've been waiting to see for, a patch or two at this point now, given the buffs that Twitch had been receiving for quite a while when Marksmen were kind of in the dumpster from Riot, and watching Twitch receive a lot of these buffs to his early game. I expected, given the advantages that they were able to secure in some of these early games against Team Liquid in that bottom lane, that they would find a way to snowball it, and yet they weren't able to get that control. And I think a large part of that has to be given some credit here to Smithy, and the way that he out-jungled the rest of Cloud9 was really superior, and the way that he was able to take away a lot of that experience and gold that the Cloud9 junglers would be wanting to get here in order to make some of these ganks possible was really some fantastic 200 IQ play coming from Smithy.
So heading into the finals, people were saying Cloud9 is actually the best team in NA. Now they drop to the Gauntlet as the final boss. They should be the clear favorites to get out of here, especially considering it's Cloud9 in the Gauntlet, who have won the last 3, but they've only won it once when they were the final boss.
Now,
so they should still be the favorites, right?
They're still the favorites to me. I'm full on expecting Cloud9 to be the team that gets out of this Gauntlet, but I want to say that heading into this, if we do match up with that Team Solo Mid Cloud9 finals, once again here that we had already seen in the semifinals of the Summer Split playoffs, I think that this time Team Solo Mid will find a way to edge them. I know I predicted Team Solo Mid against Cloud9 in that playoff matchup. The reason why I'm taking them here, even though they lost that semifinals, is given the way that it happened. With the sub-in from Jensen subbing out for Golden Glue, I don't think that'll catch TSM as off guard as it did before, and I think they're going to be ready for that type of mentality switch up a lot more than they were before, and I think that that edge gives TSM the chance to go back to Worlds.
Yeah, the changes clearly didn't quite work as well for Cloud9. Then they brought in Svenskeren and Jensen, which is kind of what you expected the original roster to be. But I can't go against Cloud9 in the Gauntlet. They're undefeated. They are NA's Gauntlet team, and they will get that 3rd seed again, have to go through the whole play-in debacle. Love going through that. But at Worlds 2018, obviously Liquid has a moderate amount of hope and hype for North America. But any of these other 2 squads, 2 or 3, do you have any faith in them? I mean, fighting for getting out of groups even?
Possibly fighting to get out of groups. It really depends on a lot of the draws that these teams would get into these type of situations. Team Liquid, I feel more or less confident that they should find a way to get out of groups no matter which one they're put in.
Don't be confident.
But I will say that if it's going to be any combination of 100 Thieves in either Team Solo Mid or Cloud9, I would think that those teams certainly would need a little bit of a favorable draw to get some help out of groups.
Cloud9 was still looking like a really solid team. I'm not down on them just because of one bad playoff set. But remember, Liquid is still in Pool 2 for the draw. They're not Pool 1 because NA is bad.